Hello, back again. Gat Out of Hell, Saints Row. I was talking in the last video about my graphics card. It's a GT 720. It's not a gaming card, but it's better than the card that I had in there, which was I think it was a 500 or 400 GT 400 GTX 400 or something. Anyway, I don't know. It wasn't a very good one anyway. The games are running a lot better on this card. But you know, I could do with getting a GTX card, which would be even better. But I can't afford it because they're about 50 quid and I haven't got 50 quid. Well, actually, they're more than that, because I had 50 quid at Christmas. But when I had a look, I think they were about 76 quid or something like that, so you know, I can't afford that yet. And that's all this computer needs, I think. And a new hard drive, of course. There's a hard drive that's in there second hand. I don't know how long that's going to last with the OS on it, but it doesn't matter, I'm fully backed up. And my 1TB hard drive has got all my games on it, and they all stay where they are. But apart from that, this machine chugs along nicely, and has done for quite a while. And there's no reason to replace it, because it works really fast with everything that I've got on it. So this needing a computer that's a year old rubbish. All you've got to do is buy yourself a decent computer in the first place, and it lasts for years. Years and years. I bought this computer specifically because the new wave of graphics cards were coming out, and I wanted something that would support the new graphics cards, and so far all the graphics cards have carried on being this, compatible with it. Because there was a point where they swapped from AGP over to PCI Express. And I got a decent computer with a pretty good FSB and all that sort of stuff, and it's a quad core. I think it's only 2.5 gigahertz, which isn't too fast, but 2.5 gigahertz quad core, and it's worked brilliantly for me. Just keep on changing the graphics card to make my games run faster. And as you can see there, the graphics quality is not... I have to lower them, of course, and put them on medium or low or whatever, but I get to play the game and they look good enough for me. I don't care. Of course, I'd love a £3,000 rig with all the bells and whistles, but it's not going to happen yet, is it? It's going to be a long time. Yeah, but to be up to optimum performance, to be able to stream like most of the streamers, you need about 100 quid for a decent streaming card, streaming capture card, box, whatever you want to call it. I'd need a GTX card. Probably wouldn't be able to need a 980, but it would be nice to have a 980 if I could afford it. But those look really expensive at the moment. Anything over 50 quid is expensive for me. And then, I was thinking that maybe this machine would putting the OS on a SSD at some point would speed things up a bit as well. I've only got 4 gig of RAM. Sorry about that. I've only got 4 gig of RAM in it at the moment. It can go up to 8 according to the motherboard. So that's another upgrade I could do. The power supply's a big beefy one. I got a really good one. I had a tax return which I cashed in, and I was able to buy myself a high quality power supply, because a good power supply makes a massive difference in a machine. Almost as important as the processor and the graphics card. A good power supply can keep your machine going for years. A good quality power supply. Because I've seen people have problems with PCs where games crash and all that sort of stuff, and a lot of times it's either memory or the power supply. Power supply can't handle the power from the graphics card. Then you're screwed. You'll just get random crashes. Because the processor, and you can actually watch the thing. You watch the processor like power down so that it can cope with the power rush that's going on. People don't think of the power supply being that important. The gamers know that they are. A good power supply to run your graphics card. But like I said, I'd like to increase the memory at some point. Knock it up to 8 gig. Get a GTX graphics card. It doesn't have to be the latest. I think a 600 series card would probably be better than the 720, looking at the specs. I know it sounds silly to go from a 720 down to I think it's a 660. But the 660 is probably, there's a GTX, is probably faster than the 720. I believe, looking at the specs. I'm not AMD, I'm NVIDIA on this machine, because it's a Intel system.
Another clue.
But, apart from that, I'm happy with it. It does all the things I want it to do. Yeah, I need I'm saving up for another 100 quid to get a streaming capture card, device thing, and also saving for that graphics card, which is about another 70 quid or 80 quid, and then I'm saving for an SSD. Doesn't have to be massive, 100 gig will do.
Damn it.
Or 50 gig even, just to hold the operating system on it, and should speed things up a little bit. And that's it really. Doesn't need much of an upgrade. That's how I'd love to be able to spend loads and loads of money, but I haven't got that sort of money because I don't get paid by anybody, and I don't sign on. I don't get welfare or anything like that.
That's definitely more than 100.
I live off my own back, which sounds disgusting, but I get by. And then I'm going to be a student. Studying maths and physics, which is all going to get paid for by the state, of course. But it's not, because it's a loan. I'm going to have a student loan and I've got to pay it back. But the thing about a student loan is you've got to be earning over, I think it's 30,000 a year before you have to start paying any of it back. So if I'm earning 30,000 a year, I won't be complaining about having to pay it back, because at the moment I'm earning nothing. So, and I'm not very good with money. I leave money and things to the wife. She handles all that stuff. Because if it was up to me, I'd just throw it all away. I'd give it all away to people. I don't like money. I don't believe in it. Money is just a useful thing to buy useful things. That's all that matters to me. I don't give a damn about money. It'd be nice to have some so that I don't have to work hard.
It looks like someone got to this building before I did.
Some more experience. That's nice.
Useful.
Almost on that level 5. Oh, another book.
A Damned Souls Orientation Guide, Chapter 28. First Aid. Periodically, you may get injured and seek first aid. You may find this to be problematic, as ambulances in hell get paid a premium to run over people instead of helping.
Is there another one there? Yes, I've just gone past one and I missed it. Am I gonna go back? No, doesn't look like it. Flying quite well on this section.
Fucking collectibles.
See what I mean? Fucking collectibles. It's a joke, people. It's a joke. So, we're approaching the 10-minute mark, And I've recorded an 11-minute video by accident. Because I wasn't paying attention. Because I was ranting. But we've passed the 10-minute mark now, and I'm going to stop. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. Have a good life. Bye-bye.